I'm attempting this novice convertible top installation on 64 Lincoln convertible. And the first step, aside from getting all the tacking strips prepared, was putting on the side pads, which I've done. The next step is to put on the curtain, which is in the rear. And then the step after that is to put on the side pads that go on the side here. So I got done with the side pads, and I cut this, and then I went to put on the curtain, and I tacked it just with two tacks, two staples up top and two down here in the tack strip, just to get it, an idea of how it fits. And then I thought, well, before I continue this, maybe I should put on the top and see how it fits before I move forward, and I'm glad that I did. So, this top here has a slit in it, which belongs there. That's apparently the factory proper way that they made them. And this top was made by Jim Wallace, who makes the, factory proper, as original from the factory. This is how it would have been, with a slit here. And then that the piece of trim work, the wire, I forget what it's called, goes over top of that. So I figured I would fit this. This little flap on the top adheres to the back side of this part of the frame. So I figured while I have an opportunity, I'm going to kind of get it fitted and see if I'm in the right spot. There's Velcro on the back, Velcro on the curtain. So I was kind of getting this fitted there, and this fit here. Try to close up on this, or maybe you can go back there and close up from that, get that angle. This piece here is what adheres to the back of this frame, so I figured that's something I can't get away from. That is absolutely going to be just like that, maybe a little lower. And then, once I set that in place, then I got this lined up with the back, and I realized that the slit I was talking about in the back was not on top of the rearmost bow. The point is, the rear bow is mispositioned. It's out of position. So I'm going to have to figure out how much further back it needs to be. It looks to me about 1.5 inches. 3-4 centimeters. And so I'm going to have to reposition this rearmost bow rearward about 1.5 inches. Of course, I cut this piece. My bad. So, what am I going to do? I think what I'm going to do is just take the original pieces that I still have, and I think I'm just going to sew it back on. And I could remove the whole thing and use a sewing machine, but I think I'm going to hand stitch it right here. And then I know this will give me ample space to move this rearward and re-secure it in the proper location. And the worst, and what I will have is a seam that you see on the inside when the top is up, looking up. I don't think it'll be noticed or seen. And if somebody does see it, very few people would probably think that it doesn't belong there. But anyways, one other point I wanted to mention is I did take the very front trim piece off of this convertible top frame. There's Miss Kitty. She makes a home wherever she chooses, and it's usually in the Lincoln. I took the there's a trim piece of stainless steel in which is attached the rubber weather strip that seals between this on the top of the windshield and this piece. And I removed that, and I actually have the top fastened. It is secured in place, but I had to put some spacers under there so it would be lined up properly, because that trim piece is removed. So the spacer takes the place of the trim piece. So this frame is locked in place, but I still have good access to all the tacking strips there. Okay, that's it for now.